everyone, I'm back. To me, saying a week and actually being back in a week, like I think that deserves applause. I'm gonna give you a second. But yeah, you guys, I'm really glad that I'm actually doing this on time. It's gonna be out on time per week. Like I said, it's gonna be every week, you know, a weekly thing, and it's gonna be out on time. So this week I'm kind of just gonna be talking about how my 20s have been going. So I'm not gonna talk too much about it in the intro. I'm gonna let the future cuter me do the talking over there. But like yeah, just generally how my 20s are going. I hope everyone's having a grand week. So this I'm recording on the Friday of the week, the last week of July. I don't know what the date is. I'll probably put it in though. And yeah, I'm just really excited to kind of connect with people again and get to share something, my thoughts and my experiences thus far. Guys, I've only been in my 20s for 2 years, but God knows I'm ready to be in the next stage. Like, can I graduate this one into the next? But yeah, it's just been a really exciting time. It's been exciting, scary, and just shocking. Like, you get to just experience different things. I think I'm gonna again talk, like, let future me talk, because she just does it better when she is ready. And you know, even my room is not even ready for anyone to be talking, because guys, when I say I just woke up, I just woke up. Haven't even had anything to eat. But guys, please enjoy the body of this video. I think it's gonna be really exciting. I feel like this one is something that people can actually start to interact with, because my other thing is just story times, which I'm still gonna do because I love telling my stories, guys. Also because I exaggerate some things. No, I don't. Do I do. I guys, I just took a shower and got dressed and ate and did everything else that a girl needs to do before they sit down and chat with you. So I'm happy. So I'm gonna talk about our crazy 20s, guys. To the 20s, we actually deserve another round of applause to our 20s, because wow, nobody told us. Nobody told us anything. Nobody told us that we would be suffering. But shame, we're not suffering. We are just crying silently in our rooms. Everyone seems to not suffer, but everyone's sad, everyone's depressed, but no one's actually suffering. They didn't tell us that. They did not tell us that. They didn't warn us. I feel like our parents, they have failed us, because I really expected to be somewhat ahead of the game and just understand everything that was going to be happening in my life. But no one told me that it's a time where no one can explain to you that these things are going to happen to you. So just to like give you a brief, my personal 20s have just been filled with everything already. I've been 20 for 2 years, guys. 2 years, and I've seen, and I just feel like I need to, can I finish this stage and go off into the next one? So there's a transition into adulthood, which has no set age. So they don't tell you that you're going to be an adult at 21 or at 25 or at 26, or that you're going to have to do your own things at those ages. No one tells you. You kind of have to figure it out yourself. There is a lot of lovers that you're going to meet and be absolutely obsessed with. I myself have met a lot of people that I thought I was in love with. I think also that's not everyone. Some people just fall in love less, don't fall in love as easily as I do, and are not as impressionable as I am. I've loved a lot of people, and I've lost them. Not lost because they died, but they've gone. They showed you that they were not there for it. What else have I seen? I've seen that you will get depressed. You will get very sad and very confused, because tying back to the first point of transition, there isn't like, what can I say? No one coaches you to be older. No one coaches you to be 20. No one coaches you and tells you that there's going to be times in your life that you really question any and everything that you go through. And there will be a lot of sadness. There will be a lot of tears. You're just going to get more emotional than you've ever been. I used to think of myself as not such an emotional being, but I think being in my 20s, guys, I don't think a week goes by that I don't cry. And it's just like, if you ask me what I'm crying for, and I tell you, you'd probably be like, Faf, that's some dumb stuff. You don't need to be crying about that. Guys, it really feels valid at the time. So there's going to be a lot of sadness, depression, and just anxiety, and everything. It's just going to come at you, guys. Just like, It's gonna be jump scares. It's literally like watching a horror movie and you just don't know when the creepy thing is gonna come out and you're just waiting. That's legit what it feels like. There's gonna be a lot of friendships that come and go. So I think that's a very important part of your 20s, to just have people that are solid and that you can carry forward in life. Obviously you don't know that this person has wrong intentions when you pick them out, and they don't know that they're gonna do something that doesn't make you happy. But like, just be aware of these things. You're going to find your outlet. By your outlet I mean how you deal with number 3 of depression, anxiety, and everything else. You're going to find your outlet. For me, anytime I've had any serious sadness or extreme just pain, I've realized it's either I go and pierce my face, or I go and cut my hair. I do that quite a lot, guys. I cut my hair monthly. Okay, not monthly, but I cut my hair quite a lot. Every time I'm sad. And then what else do I do in terms of pain outlet? I threaten to cut my hair off to be bald. Every time I say that I want to go bald, just know that that week or that month or that couple of months has just treated me horribly, and I need something to release my pain. So yeah, I'm gonna go more into detail about all these things, and hopefully like you guys can relate to some of the things I say and maybe give advice on some of these things, because I'm not saying I've figured it out. I'm just saying I'm living in the manifestation of this thing, and I don't know if I can exist in it forever. I just like, when does it end? Um okay, so this is like a week later that I'm recording this. And I'm in a different place as well. So yeah, the lighting's good, and I don't want to have like another big gap. So I've decided to just record. Also, like before we start, I've broken my nail, this nail. So the acrylic came off my nail bed, and that's gonna just annoy me throughout the video. But I mean, if it's gonna annoy you too, that's why I'm saying it. So please just make sure that you know that this is happening, and if you need to just like close your eyes and hear me speak instead, that's fine too, because you can do that. Okay, so on to the first point that I brought up in the intro, the transition. So what I found very shocking about like being in my 20s is just the fact that no one tells you that, Fafi, you are grown now and you need to start doing things yourself. Guys, I literally, first thing I know, I was in Zim, I'm doing my little internship, everything is cute, everything is paid for, everything is, I'm just living la vida loca. Like, I was living with my older brother, everything was done for me, and my parents were there as well. Like, it was just easy. And then I applied to university and got into university in Cape Town. I come to Cape Town, suddenly I must know how to budget. Guys, I think that was the biggest shock of my life, actually. So I come to Cape Town, and my dad had given me money, obviously, to come to school with and get everything ready, settle in and whatever. And I remember just blowing through it like 2 weeks, no, like a week in. Even a week made sense, because it's like, okay, firstly I'm settling into a new place, there's a lot of things I needed to get. I was in a self-catering res, so like that's real life. I needed to have stuff to start my apartment, rather, like, yeah, my apartment. And it was just shocking to me. So like the first time my dad gave me money, I blew through it like in a week and a half or something. And then I told him like, oh hey dad, the money wasn't doing enough and I need more, blah blah blah. And my dad was like quite lenient with me. He was like, okay, cool, baby girl. Also, like, I'm in a new place. He's not gonna like just abandon me. So cool. My mom also sends me money. Cool. I'm like in there. I'm enjoying life. I'm again living la vida loca, guys. So like another 2 weeks goes by and I'm like, dad, I finished the money. Mom, I finished the money. My mom was like, okay, I can't give you money right now because you're just playing. And then my dad just was like, okay, cool. Guys, did he not like minds me for a long time? And then the next month he was like, you need to actually learn to take care of yourself properly and spend money nicely and do this. And I'm just thinking, I'd never in my life thought I need to come to a point where I'd need to limit my spending, because I didn't have money. Guys, what? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, it didn't really make sense to me. And I think in that month, because I think when I asked my dad the second time around, I think I only had like a week left. So he didn't respond to me and he didn't send me anything. So it was basically him communicating, like, babe, do better, do better. And I think I'm really grateful for that wake up call, because that week was the hardest week of my life. And the thing is, I don't eat noodles. I don't eat all this other stuff that's easy to make that people eat. I don't eat noodles. I don't eat biscuits. There's just a lot of things that, like, I couldn't just pick up those simple meals. I like to cook food. I like to eat actual food and whatever. So it was a really hard week for me, guys. Like, I remember just being in first year thinking, wow, is this gonna be my life? And I remember that week I wrote down a grocery list. I was like, okay, this is how you shop. You don't just go to the shop every day and pick up onion. You buy things like this. And I think that was like a turning point in my life in terms of budgeting and learning how to be an adult. That was scary. Another thing that was shocking was I remember I had to go to the optometrist to get my eyes checked out, because I used to wear glasses when I was in sim, and then I lost them somewhere. I still don't know where my glasses are, and I just never got a new pair. Like, I didn't tell my dad, because my dad already didn't like the fact that I was wearing glasses. I think he just felt like it made me weaker than the rest. So I remember just having to book my own appointment, and I was like, oh, okay, it was fun, it was cute until, so I get to the doctor, I do my eye test. She tells me, like, okay, you need to get these glasses, blah blah blah. Everything's ready for me, and then I get an invoice, guys.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
So I was on insurance. So if you're a foreigner in South Africa studying, I think anyway, you need to have medical aid. You have to, because if you get sick, what's gonna happen to you? So I had medical aid, and I remember looking up, because I was like, I don't want to have any shortfalls and whatever. So I remember looking up on the list, because like my medical aid company gave me a list of people that they covered. So I remember looking on the list, like, okay, let me see if this is covered. And then I checked. I'm like, okay, they cover, but they don't write how much of it they cover, which I didn't know was a thing. So like after that visit to optometrist, I got an invoice asking me to pay money, and I was like, what the hell? And so I couldn't even tell my dad, because again, like I said, he was against me having glasses in the first place. And so for me to go and be like, dad, I need money to get glasses, he's gonna be like, sis, uyenza ntoni? Like, why? And I did put you on medical aid, so I think he would have thought it was covered. So I remember just telling my brother, like, oh my gosh, I need to pay this off. And then it was like kind of COVID month, so I had time to deal with that and correct that. So I did eventually pay them back. But guys, there's a lot of things that you just need to be ready for, and you can't really prepare for. But just know that you're going to be moving mountains with very little to nothing. Like, sometimes you'll just be broke because you spent on your friends, or you just been partying or whatever, and you just need to live the life that you can afford in that time. I understand now. Unfortunately, I didn't film an outro because I was hoping to make it one video, but it's going to be way too long, you guys. So I will see you in the next one.